This land is more than just beautiful. It is part of the Florida Wildlife Corridor.
Here in Marion County, working lands like these keep wildlife moving and landscapes connected.
And the choices that landowners make today will shape this place for generations.
That's why we're launching our first ever Corridor Connect Plus Live, a chance to bring the corridor community together to inspire and equip conservationists in a priority county.
Join us May 20th in Ocala for an evening of connection, conservation, and real solutions.
Learn how to protect what matters most while keeping working lands and working hands.
Featuring a keynote presentation from National Geographic explorer Ben Masters, sharing powerful stories of wildlife, ranching, and conservation. Be part of what comes next.
Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have a great show lineup for you. We've got some fantastic guests this week and lots of variety in the spirit of equine edutainment. We are going to have with us Jules Showell, and she is going to talk a little bit about TRF and about what gallop is. If you're wondering what gallop is, you'll have to stay with us. We are actually starting off with Dr. Adam Cayot, who's going to be up next, who's going to talk about navicular. We also have Busy Shires from Horse Farms Forever here in the studio, following the little startup for the show to talk about Ben Masters' visit to Ocala next week. We're very excited to hear about his thousands of miles on a Mustang and all the other things that he's going to inspire us with, including the wildlife corridor, which is very important. And then we're going to ask you to sing along, because we have Jayc Harold from the Stomp Barn here with us. Also does the Opry, does a phenomenal job singing for us in church every Sunday. We love him. And he's going to wake us up a bit with some songs, and then we're going to have our usual event mentions and things to wrap up the show at the end. So off we go now with Dr. Adam Cayot. Here he is.
Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show and the Chamber's Equine Initiative, here with Dr. Adam Cayot from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and we are going to talk about navicular in horses.
Yeah.
Dr. Cayot.
So navicular syndrome in horses is kind of a broad word or broad category. Navicular syndrome is classified by a alternating front limb lameness that you see intermittently. I will say quarter horses are more predisposed to it, and generally it kind of sneaks in around 7 to 10 years old, but any breed can have navicular syndrome. So that's kind of the age range you're looking at. Breed is of importance as well. So what you typically see is, if the horse is circling to the right, you'll typically see a right front lameness. Typically those horses are sound on a straight line, and so you won't see any lameness. And then if they switch and they go the opposite direction to the left, the lameness switches to the left. This is typical. The other thing that must happen is that they must block out to a PD block. So you put a nerve block in so they can't feel their foot, and then they must go sound or significantly sound.
So you inject that?
So basically I numb their foot up. I numb their foot up, and I want to see that they are no longer lame.
So you're taking the foot out of the equation,
That's
basically.
right. So they can't feel the pain. Now they aren't lame anymore.
Then you know that's where it's coming from, the foot.
And yeah, then you have it localized to the foot, okay? So, because a lot of times you'll get horses, and I say navicular syndrome is not a radiographic diagnosis. So you can have changes in the navicular bone that you see on radiographs, and the navicular bone may look like garbage, but the horse doesn't have navicular syndrome just based off of x-rays. You have to have those clinical signs, and they have to block out. If they don't block out, then your problem's somewhere else.
Okay.
Because I've seen horses that have beautiful navicular bones, but clinically they're navicular.
But they have the signs.
So it's nice when you have the signs and the radiographic changes.
Wouldn't you like that in a
Because
perfect world?
that happens. Yeah. And when it happens like that, that's great.
That's ideal.
But it doesn't happen all the time.
No.
So
Isn't that interesting?
that's why
then?
it's important. So once you have that diagnosis, corrective shoeing is the starting point. Generally, you like to put them in a bit of a wedge. I'll recommend an egg bar shoe to spread out that weight, because the navicular bone basically is a lever for the deep digital flexor tendon. The deep digital flexor tendon passes behind it and attaches to the P3 or third phalanx in the hoof. So it basically acts as a lever. So if you raise that heel up, then there's less tension on the tendon that's running over the navicular bone. So that can ease that pain. The other drug is your bisphosphonates like osphos, which stop bone pain and help with that. Those are great. Those typically will get you one lameness grade better. So from 0 to 5 is your lameness grade. So if your horse is a 2, you'll get a 1. Get the point. So those work really, really nicely, and eventually it'll progress to a point where you have to consider doing a neurectomy where they cut the nerves, and it doesn't. The only bad part about that is then they can't really feel their foot, so you have to be diligent, because if they step on something or they have a nail or whatever, they're not going to feel it. So you have to be diligent about looking at the bottom of their feet and that sort of thing. And those horses, though they shouldn't show, those horses can still be ridden and ridden safely. It's not like it's anything bad is happening in the foot to where riding them is making some catastrophic thing.
And will it worsen then over years, with age?
Yeah, typically it does. So that's the neurectomy is kind of the end point. You want to not have to do that, so you try to put that off with shoeing and medical treatment and that sort of thing. Like I was saying with the bisphosphonates. So you try to do all that before doing that. That's the end point.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do at the end. And something might happen between now and then to where you don't end up having to do that, but you don't want to. That's not your go-to out of the gate.
Not the go-to.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Navicular.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dr. Adam Cayot with Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care.
If you've ever had a horse with navicular, it is not any fun at all to deal with. Great advice from Dr. Adam Cayot. Going to switch gears a little bit. We got back from the Kentucky Derby a week or so ago. It was a very exciting, as we would say in England, Kentucky Derby. Because that's how we pronounce it.
We don't pronounce our words correctly, Derby.
It was a very exciting race. Of course, everybody loves to see the Derby winner run in the Preakness, because then there's a possibility of a Triple Crown, but he is not running in it. They don't think that he's ready to run again that soon. So horse first, always, most important. Horse's health is more important than anything else. Silent Tactic is also not running in the Preakness, who was going to run in the Derby, Mark Cassie's horse. And we do have an exciting lineup, though, because Taj Mahal may not sound like an Ocala name to you, but that horse was born here. It's a Florida bred, and that's in post 1. O'Selley, who actually ran 3rd in the Derby, who was a very late add-in from a scratch, was 70-1 and ran 3rd, and he was catching them, which was pretty impressive. And so he's Ocala owned. The gentleman who owns him, Kevin Page, has Front Page Equestrian Farm on 27 and also has Thoroughbred. So exciting connection there. And then Krupa, Robusta, Talking, Chip Honcho, The Hell We Did, Bull by the Horns, Iron Honor, Napoleon Solo, Corona de Oro, Incredibolt, Great White, who everybody is crazy about,
whoop, whoop.
And Pretty Boy Maya, not sure how you say that. That's the lineup
and
for
that's quite
151.
a few for the Preakness.
Yeah, it's an exciting race, very exciting race. It'll be fun to see Great White run if he makes it through the starting gate. We can only hope and pray, right? Bless him.
We'll flip over backwards if he makes it.
I will, for sure. But everybody wants to see him run. Everyone's excited about him. I think we did a post recently for him and it got 500,000 views.
We need to make an award, Sandman Award,
I know,
for a
right?
horse that everybody loves that didn't make the win.
Yeah, that didn't win or maybe didn't even make the race.
There you go.
Let's hope for the best.
But we love him.
Yeah, we do. He's pretty cool. He actually kissed me. True fact. We'll be back after this. Stay with us. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business. My wife Sarah and I are horse owners ourselves and know what matters most to a farm owner, with the safety of their horses being of utmost importance to us. Pat Myers Electric can light up your arena and make sure your horse's barn is safe and protected. Pat Myers Electric is the horseman's choice. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
Veteran-owned Wide Automotive, that's WEIDE, is a beacon of automotive excellence in Ocala. Founded on integrity and expertise with unwavering dedication in all operations, we seek to forge lasting relationships with our clients. Whether you have one vehicle or a fleet, we pledge our best effort in quality service. From repairs, diagnostics, tire repair and replacement, diesel engine work, horse trailers, car batteries, wheel alignments, fuel systems, and more. Discover more at wideautomotive.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second segment of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rona.
And we have Busy Shires Byerly with us here from Horse Farms Forever. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We're very excited about what's coming up on May 20th here in Ocala, and about Ben Masters being here to have a plenary with us. They're going to have a reception at the Circle Square Commons, and the Mustang part's especially exciting.
Yes.
So before we kick off that, we have a little video we're going to share with you.
I'm not ready to buy a house and get married and have kids yet. You know, I want to have fun and do some crazy adventure like this while I can.
Give them hell, Tommy! It's a trip of self-discoveries.
We recently adopted less than 3,000. What do we do with the excess wild horses that we have to remove?
Do these horses have a right to be here? Yeah, absolutely they do.
To prove the worth of these Mustangs, we're going to adopt, train, and ride them 3,000 miles from Mexico to Canada through the wildest terrain in the American West.
Yeah! Oh God, send me no.
Things are going to go wrong.
I'm planning on bringing him out. Out down day, do whatever the hell I want. That was so much fun.
That goal of reaching the Canadian line isn't as powerful as an impact that going through this land is made on me.
Don't get below that horse. Well, you can do a lot of things, but you can't do this. And this is for crazy people, really.
So the topic of Mustangs is quite close to my heart because I have one. And he was on his third strike, and he would have gone into holding with 50,000 others if he hadn't been adopted. So I absolutely can relate to that topic. But that was a very exciting adventure for Ben Masters, wasn't it?
Yes, and that was why he went on the adventure. So he and 3 of his friends adopted 16 wild Mustangs, and it was really to showcase the importance of the Mustangs to the West, but also how intelligent they are. And he said at the end of the movie that they're how honest the horses, the Mustangs, were, and that really impressed him. They traveled 3,000 miles from Mexico to Canada.
And Ben was the only experienced horseman, is that
yes.
right? Yes.
The whole camera crew had never been on a horse. The Mustangs had a month's training, and it was quite the adventure. So he's our keynote speaker at our event coming up, where it's an event in partnership with the Florida Wildlife Corridor Foundation. It'll be held on Wednesday, May 20th, and we're hoping Ben will inspire us with his story of the unbranded with the Mustangs. He also has other stories about conservation and helping to inspire that conservation vision here in Marion County.
Now, how does his connection with the Wildlife Corridor, how is that connected through the Mustangs, or is that just because he's going to talk about the Mustangs?
Right, he's just talking about the Mustang. And the importance of that is that they were able to ride 3,000 miles on either public land, some of it was private land, but it was a continuous route for 3,000 miles. So the importance of the Florida Wildlife Corridor is having this continuous route through Florida, through wildlife. Is also part of working lands, is to showing that importance of the connected landscape, not just fragmented landscape.
No,
so Florida Corridor goes from where to where?
It actually goes from the very bottom of Florida all the way up through to the Panhandle. There are different sections of it. Part of it goes through the Ocala National Forest. That's a very big section of it. Ocala National Forest connects eventually to the Osceola National Forest at the Florida-Georgia state line. And there's also another connection through the farmland preservation area. That's just why we're trying to connect the idea of the horses and the Florida Wildlife Corridor. So you've got Paynes Prairie, sort of south of Gainesville, and then there's it's more of a rural landscape. But keeping that rural connection between Gothey, which is a very lot of trails, a lot of people live there and go on the trail rides, but keeping that connection through the northwest section of Marion County. More of a rural landscape rather than a wildlife landscape.
That's amazing. And you know, that takes me back to the Great Florida Cattle Drive that I went on, and going across 16 ranches that were all connected to one another across Okeechobee area. And that was incredible to be that far south where everything is so developed and to be able to still have those open lands and ride across them.
Yes.
And I know several of them now are in conservation easements to keep them that way.
Yep.
And that's a huge move. Carlton Ward actually spoke to me about that and said that's big, having those conservation easements and being able to keep that land for people to farm.
Yep. And that's the other part of our event. So during the day, so Ben Masters will be speaking. That event section of the event starts about 4:45. There'll be hors d'oeuvres. It'll be at Circle Square Cultural Center. But from 1 to 4:45, there's a landowner expo. And there'll be boots on the ground, conservation organizations there with information about what is a conservation easement? How do I conserve my land? And so we're hoping to combine the inspiration of conservation with the how-to of conservation during the day as well. So.
That's fantastic. So Circle Square Cultural Center is out on Highway 200 West, College West. You're going to have the event there during the day. Is going to be basically like more of a learning type of experience and a chance to understand and share the idea of conservation, and then ending that with having this phenomenal speaker that everybody's going to want to meet and come and listen to, and that starts at 4:45.
Yes.
And then that goes through what time?
About 7:45. But there'll be a screening. There's a new little film about the Florida Wildlife Corridor, and there'll be a plenary.
Plenary. It's going to be a plenary.
With
I've had plenty of this.
So Holland Drake is one of the speakers. It's a very short section. He's one of the largest landowners in Marion County that their family has conserved with the conservation easement, 5,000 acres. So Holland will be speaking. There'll be a representative from the Trust for Public Land, and then talking about conservation together. and what that means. So
now, how does this fit with Horse Farms Forever? Because most people have heard you on the show before and know about your mission, but explain that connection and how well that marries to what you do.
Yeah, so our mission really is to inspire the conservation of horse farms. And so we've now taken this step now not only to have an inspiring speaker, but also to partner with other organizations to help landowners on the how-to of conservation. So we really want to preserve the farms, and now we want to take that next step of actually placing easements on farms. But it's all voluntary. These are, each landowner makes their own decision, but we really want to make sure that those farms in the future are protected. And conservation easements are one of the best ways to ensure that land stays in private ownership, stays within the family, and can be passed on to the next generation as a horse farm. And that's the goal.
Absolutely. And that is a perfect fit with your mission.
Yep.
And how do people find Horse Farms Forever and the event?
Yes, so horsefarmsforever.com. And then there's information about the event. It's Wednesday, May 20th. The Landowner Expo starts at 1 p.m. and goes till about 4:45. And then the evening event starts with hors d'oeuvres being served, and then there'll be about 6 o'clock, I guess, when people start talking. So.
Well, I'm going to know where I'm going to be on May
right.
20th, right? And I think all of you should be as well, because I think this combines everything that we love from the horse world, the Mustangs, all the way to conserving the land, everything that Horse Farms Forever does here for the farmland preservation area. So it all fits beautifully together. Whether you're a horse person or not, it's going to be a wonderful place to be. Busy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
May 20th. Get that on your calendar. And if you're not already partnered up with Horse Farms Forever, check them out and do that too. We'll be back after this with Jules Showell. Stay with us.
Great.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine, with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934, manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of north central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
That's a relief. I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have Jules Showell. Julianne, Jules, I like calling you Jules. here in the studio with us from Gallop, or Giving a Leg Up.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice to have you. It was lovely to meet you a few weeks ago at the event and get to hear your story. And I love what Gallop does and how well that partners with TRF and the program at Lowell. All those pieces for me are really exciting, because anything to do with the equine industry, anything to do with helping people, anything to do with our workforce, obviously, which is an issue on the farms, all those things all fit together beautifully with horses, and horses making people's lives better. So I loved what I heard, wanted to have you on the show and share that.
And hearing inspirational changes in people's life.
Huge. Massive. So let's run through a little bit about what Gallop actually is.
So Gallop is a 501c nonprofit.
And it's the acronym for Giving a Leg Up,
yes.
right? Yes.
Quite creative, yes.
Yes.
So we assist women coming out of the TRF program, which is here in Ocala at Lowell Correctional Institute.
And that's Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation.
Yes,
for
TRF.
anyone who didn't know.
They are a vacation program that just teaches basic horsemanship skills. We learn farrier work, float teeth, we can do IVIM shots, we can run implements, maintain a tractor, operate the tractor, anything build a fence.
You can build a fence.
Anything that needs to be done on a farm, from the landscaping to maintaining the land to taking care of the horses to the office work, our girls can come out and do. So Gallop assists them when they come out, because they're coming out with sometimes no support system. DOC will give you $50 and a bus ticket and send you on your way. They want you to figure it out. So coming out, you have this criminal record and this past that haunts you. It's hard to go out and find a job. It's hard to go out and find housing, to get into a vehicle, especially if you've been removed from society for any length of time. You have no money, you have nothing. So it's like starting completely over. It would be like the two of you being removed from where you are in your life right at this moment, stripped of everything except for your last name, assigned a DC number, and sent away for a set amount of time, and you come out with the same exact thing, nothing. And you have to start over and figure out how to survive.
Well, we have a little video that we're going to actually air for you right now, so you can learn a little more, and then we're going to come back to Jules.
My name is Julianne Stowell, and I work for Niall and Stephanie Brennan here at Niall Brennan Stables. I became involved in the equine industry through the TRF Second Chances program at Lowell Correctional Institute.
Prior to this role, I was known as inmate E53130.
Jules, take us back to when you first got into Lowell, when you were first incarcerated, and just the feelings and your mind frame when you first got there.
Numb. Very numb. I felt alone, if that makes sense. You know, you're surrounded by people, but it's one of the loneliest places you can be. A toxic relationship, a poor choice of friends, and a multitude of bad decisions led me to being separated from the world I once knew. I was blessed to be in the program for a little over 2 years, and during that time my life changed drastically. I was beginning to heal, learning to love myself again, and started gaining my confidence back. I had a purpose and responsibilities again. My healing nature kicked in, and not just for the animals, but for myself. As I was nurturing these beautiful beings, they were nurturing me as well.
And the recipient of the Newcomer Award, Julianne Stowell.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Godolphin, all the sponsors who make this possible, everyone in the industry who makes it what it is, the horses who play a vital role. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this amazing industry. The TRF program, who has saved my life, has changed my life, who introduced me to this amazing industry and has just continued to open doors for me and guide me. My wonderful employers, the Brennans, who took a chance on me and have welcomed me with open arms and just pushed me to be the best that I can be. And they've showed me the epitome of helping others, and just good, wholesome people. My family, my wonderful significant other who supports me on my wonderful endeavors. Thank you. It's truly an honor.
Our TIEA Newcomer Award winner. First and foremost, congratulations on winning this prestigious award, but tell me a little bit about how you got involved in the thoroughbred industry.
So ironically, I went to prison for 6 years and came into the industry through the TRF Second Chances program. I was in the program for a little bit over a year. Always been a horse lover, animal lover, just never had the opportunity to be around them growing up on the beach. And ironically, going to prison made that dream come true.
You started working with Niall Brennan.
Yes. I still currently work there. I do client relations. They snatched me fresh out of prison, and best thing that ever happened to me.
What has been the most life-changing thing about the industry as a whole for you?
The people, the horses. The horses, you know, that's where like my true passion is. That's what made me fall in love with it. But the people are just as amazing. It's truly an honor. It's a second chance. I never would have thought I would be in this position to be recognized for such a prestigious award. It makes it all worthwhile. The hard work pays off.
Now, you just shared that you were just a few days away from having your baby, but we're not missing that, right?
Nope, not for the world.
That's incredible.
I was okay with having a Kentucky bred. That would have been okay, right?
Whoa.
Sorry, Ocala. Sorry, Florida.
Kentucky breds, they run some good races.
Yeah, see?
It's true. So you got the Newcomer Award.
I did.
It's really awesome. Congratulations.
It's a blessing. Thank you.
So tell us, how long were you actually incarcerated for?
6 years.
6 years. And during that time, you were able to be part of the equine program at Lowell?
Yes, it was towards the end of my sentence. So the last 3 years, 2 of that I did in the equine program, and then I went off to work release. So I was able to go outside the community, live elsewhere, still incarcerated, but semi-free.
And now you work for
Niall
one of
Brennan.
the finest stables in Marion County.
Yes, the best. The best. Niall Brennan, Team Brennan.
Can't say the best out loud.
Unbiased. I can.
I can say one of the best.
Yes.
But what an incredible place for you to get a job
Yes.
at and to come out and be able to go into that and get your fresh start. And the return rate to Lowell Prison in the equine program is almost non-existent.
3%.
Which is incredible because we all know statistically the return rate to prison is very high.
That's
and
unheard of.
Yes, and a lot of it is because people do come out with $50 and don't know where to go, and they've relied on that system. That's how they've lived for X amount of years. So to come out with almost nothing into society and suddenly have to get it together is very difficult.
It is.
And having the connections to put you in a high level place.
Yes.
It wasn't like you just got
Bottom
thrown
of the
to some
barrel.
small
Right.
barn and going,
Right.
here, good luck.
Yes, I was blessed. I was blessed that the Brennans gave me an opportunity, and it just has kind of opened the door and been a domino effect.
And shout out for Stephanie Brennan because my goodness, she is like an angel on earth, isn't she? I mean, she really is. She's the one that told me about the event that I went to when I met you, which was the open house with Saddle Up Scholars. And that's when we met. And I just was so impressed with what you shared about the support system that you had coming out so that you were with Gallup, so that you were able to not feel like you were coming out into something that was very unfamiliar and scary.
If it wasn't for the Brennans, I don't know where I would be. Gallup wasn't a thing when I came out, so it was just the Brennans who were kind of helping me along with housing, a job, a sense of like community and family, because what they've created on their farm is unreal. It's like a big family. So that kind of just, we saw the need. We had other girls coming out behind me who needed housing, who needed a job, who needed the same things. And it just started growing from there. We started with a clothing closet for a girl, Shepherd Siemens, who came out and is successfully in the industry as well.
Hold that thought, Jules, for me just for 1 sec, because we're going to go to break, but we're coming right back with you. Quick mention, Niall Brennan Stables had 2 grads running in the Kentucky Derby, by the way. So that's pretty cool as well. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Pat Myers, owner of Pat Myers Electric, a family-owned and operated business founded on both trust and integrity. From new installations to repairs and emergencies, Pat Myers Electric's team of professionals can handle it all. Pat Myers Electric, for all your current needs. Discover more at patmyerselectric.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus. Buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet,
your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have Jules Showell here with us in the studio. We've been talking about TRF, the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation at the Lowell Prison, the equine program they have there that teaches these ladies not just how to handle horses, but how to change the oil in the tractor, how to mow the farm, how to build fence, how to do everything you need to do to be successful on a farm and go and get a job and be placed in a farm when you come out, which actually makes the return rate to prison so low. And that's really impressive. And these ladies shared testimonials with me last week, and I was excited to be there and learn about that program. And Lauren has a great story.
Yes.
So Lauren has been through this program, and we're going to share a video now with you of her speaking about her experiences.
My name is Lauren Benucci, founder and owner of Figure 8 Media. But before that, I was known as Inmate 156198. I am truly grateful for the opportunity to be here today to share my story with all of you. For me, this isn't just a speech. It is a reflection of the incredible journey that transformed my life. I want you to understand why the TRF Equine program at Lowell Correctional Institution is so much more than just a second chance. In 2012, 13 years ago yesterday, just 1 year out of high school, I was arrested for a DUI accident that severely injured a man. My judge told me that my victim was serving a life sentence, while I only had to serve 5 years. Hearing those words changed me forever. I went to prison at 20 years old, confused, angry, and lost. I had no idea what my future would look like. My first year in prison was spent as a youthful offender in a military-style program for girls ages 15 to 21. It was an incredibly hard time. But during that year, I kept holding on to hope that somehow I could turn my life around. I knew I couldn't wallow in my mistakes forever. I needed to make a change, and I needed a way to do it. Then I found out about the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation's Second Chances program. It is a 100-acre farm with about 50 retired thoroughbreds, all horses that have raced at least once. It was right across the street. I was determined to get there, and I finally did. I remember the moment so clearly on that first day, riding in the van, knowing I was about to step onto the farm. I cried. I cried because for the first time in a long time, I felt like I was on the verge of something real, something that could save me. As a young girl, horses had always been my escape, and now I realize how deeply they had always been my saving grace. I was eventually assigned to OK Dude. He was a 2-year-old, freshly gelded, and right out of training with the knee fracture. Let's just say he was a handful. I poured my heart and soul into him to make him the best he could be. I taught him a second career because in my eyes, he was too young to be retired. But it wasn't just about working with Dude or the other horses, it was about working on me. The program taught me everything from trimming hooves, floating teeth, driving a tractor, even though the only thing I could do was jackknife it, to team building, dealing with many different personalities, and what true work ethic really was. Now remember, I was only 22 at this point. These life lessons were very difficult. I should have been graduating college, not stuck in prison. But the real gift was my newfound sense of purpose. Each day, despite being surrounded by the prison walls, I felt free. Being responsible for Dude gave me meaning in a place that felt so empty. No matter what kind of day I had, I was always excited to go back the next day to see Dude. Besides taking care of his daily needs, I also trained him more than 20 different tricks, like bowing, sitting, laying down, and even standing on a pedestal with all 4 feet. In the Second Chances program, we learned that change doesn't happen overnight, but it is possible if you want it. And I really wanted it. It wasn't just about learning new skills or how to work with horses. It's about learning to trust yourself again. It's about believing in yourself, that you deserve a second chance, pushing past the doubts and taking risks, and to keep moving forward no matter how hard it got. One of the most powerful lessons for me was that no one has to be defined by their past. We all make mistakes, but those mistakes do not determine who we are. I met so many women in the program, each with their own story, their own struggles, their own mistakes. Some people had no family or support, so we supported each other. We learned from each other, and we all shared the same hope, that we could rebuild our lives given the second chance. In addition to the horses, the Second Chances program taught me about my life. I gained confidence, purpose, and a new path forward. I connected with people who truly cared about my future, and those connections helped me after my release. I now had the tools to start again. Armed with this new self-confidence, I went to work at Niall Brennan Stables, first as a rider and then as Director of Client Relations. I went on to build a successful career photographing and filming inspection videos in the horse industry, eventually creating Figure 8 Media, which is now in its 3rd year. I have been extremely blessed to make a life in this wonderful industry. Again, it's not just about what the program gave me. It's about what TRF continues to give so many incarcerated individuals. For every woman who steps onto that farm, there is a chance to begin again and alter the course of her life. Since my release 8 years ago, I have seen over and over and over again the power of the Second Chances program. I'm still very involved with giving back to everyone who is currently incarcerated or transitioning out of prison. My message to them is simple. You have the power to change your own story. Your past does not define your future. It's hard, but programs like the TRF Second Chances provide the support you need to take that first step. As I stand here today, I am not just sharing my story. I am raising awareness for the program that has changed my life and continues to change the lives of countless others. The Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation's Second Chances program isn't just about giving horses a second chance. It's about giving people like me the tools to heal, grow, rebuild, and reclaim their lives. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening. And from everyone in the Second Chances program, thank you for supporting us.
incredible testimonial to share, and I got to communicate a little bit with Lauren, and very positive experience you guys shared with us, and want to just continue supporting you in any way we can. We have goodies for you. A dandy brush.
My mane.
Yes, yeah, actually it works very well. We've got your piranha goodies here. And some Cayot USA goodies, which are amazing healing products. And then, of course, we know we need fly spray right now.
Yes.
And a cap of your choice, whatever colour you would like. Since you gave me a Giving a Leg Up cap, you get one back.
Thank you.
Tell us how people can find you, follow you, and donate to the 501c3 to help. And I am working hard to find a car dealership that will help us
work with us
on vehicles for these ladies.
Thank you. You can go to givingalegup.org, or you can find us on the 2 social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And there should be donation buttons as well.
I love it. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with us. It's been such a pleasure to meet you and get to know you, and I'm excited to have you come to Triple Cross with me.
Yes, thank you.
It'll be wonderful.
Yes.
Thanks, Jules. We'll be back after this, and we will have Jayc Harold with us, which will be loads of fun, and you can sing along. Stay with us.
Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, magna wave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at seminolefeed.com.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health, in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we've got Jayc Harold back with us in the studio. Whoop, whoop. Jayc, you've been a big-time, well-known name. You've been in Nashville. You've done all the things. And now I know you from this lovely little country church. It's pretty cool. You've had an interesting life.
That's true. Just got stuck in Micanopy 15 years ago. Can't seem to get out.
It's not a bad place to be stuck.
No,
I would
it's a good
really
place.
like to be stuck there. I would like to sell my place and get stuck in Micanopy. It's a fantastic place to be. And you entertain us in many different ways. The Opry that you do on the Friday night there at Triple Cross is awesome. And the Stomp Barn is something that everybody should do.
Yeah, we've been talking about it lately. I used to tour Texas for many years and watching all the big halls, having these great family outings, all the dancing. Just, I thought Florida could maybe use a little dancing too, you know. So I love playing music and love dancing. So that's probably one of my favorite types of performances is playing in front of people that are dancing. It's really
time.
encouraging.
You know, they call him Dancing Pete Roder.
I know. I've been looking at it. As I was talking, I was making...
He loves dancing too.
Yeah,
I think it's the best compliment for music for you to get out and dance, because that's showing, hey, I'm having so much fun because of what you're playing.
Well, I think it's kind of a little... We're trying to introduce, I guess, a sound that maybe is not very normal in Florida. More the Texas style music. Right. So
it's not normal here, no?
I don't know.
Florida.
Rock and roll is probably more normal. But I'm finding that the youth and the young, there's a lot of young people that wanted this two-stepping thing is what I thought too. I thought when we started, I thought that looks like so much fun. I wish I could do it. We'll let you guys do it.
And you built the Stomp Barn out there in Micanopy out of trees yourself, like over the COVID kind of time. A lot of work went into that place, right?
It looks like it's 100 years old.
I
thought it was 100 years old.
I'm just a really bad carpenter. That's why it looks so bad.
No, I meant that in a compliment.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Johnny was right. You don't like saying good things about yourself. You should talk yourself up.
I'm trying to be funny, but
I know. No, that is...
I'm the only one laughing, so it's all good.
It's all right, as long as you can laugh.
No, it worked out great. We actually, me and Johnny were going to go on tour together. Bought a bus. COVID hits, and we're sitting at home and had a large amount of trees that need to come down. And
so you said, let's just build a stomp.
Well, I had a friend of mine came over with a sawmill. I never even asked him. He just one day just pulled up with a sawmill, and we started cutting. I'm like, this is nice. I guess we can. I had no idea what to do with all the wood, and we just somehow the Lord just kind of gave me a view, a vision.
Inspiration, a vision, yeah.
It started with a little barn, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just keeps getting bigger all the time. So
now it's incredible. You go in there. There's a little gift store. There's a coffee shop. Coffee's fantastic. Like pies.
Amazing food.
Yeah, it's amazing food. The pies are like off all the charts. Delicious. And the atmosphere is fantastic. It's very family friendly. Kids under 12 are free. The food is great.
I'm going to see if I can give him a better compliment. It's like the Grand Ole Opera in Florida.
Woohoo! There you go. That's a good one. I like it. That's true.
Better than Hee Haw, right?
Yeah, that is a little bit. Just a little bit.
And the band's fantastic. The music's amazing. There's line dance lessons at 5:30. So if you don't know how to dance, you can go learn how to dance.
Line dancing and two-stepping.
And two-stepping.
They tried teaching me, but it did not work.
Didn't work. You can't dance? Have a couple lessons with this guy.
It looks like Frankenstein. That's what it, like, I've been a guitar player all my life, so, I mean, I'm watching people, and it's like, but I would like to, that's an itch I got to scratch.
Stomp Barn. First Saturday of every month. Stomp Barn. Amazing place to be. First Saturday of every month. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah, because I
don't fall over. I know, right? I'm going to stop talking. We're going to let you share a little of your music with us so people know what they'll hear at the Stomp Barn.
Okay, well, this will not be heard there, but I'll sing it. Well, you said to do some original stuff, so I'm thinking the last project that we did, so.
Okay.
And I did I was lucky enough last year to do a Ray Price tribute show, and it kind of influenced me in a good way. I think in a good way. I sound more Texas now than I ever have, probably. And so the songs that I wrote and got recorded a little bit more of a Texas Ray Price feel. So.
Well, we're not going to talk again this segment, so you've got 3 minutes and 35 seconds to entertain us.
So if we talk for 3 minutes, I don't have to sing. All right, here we go. And Johnny's back there. He can sing harmony if he can figure it out. Lord, save me from myself where I fail. Lead me on closer to you. I'm sick of sin, pins me deep within, and keep me from the things I shouldn't do. So help me with this aching, breaking heart. Lord, help me, I'm falling apart. You know that I can't see, so help me to believe, and help me with this aching, breaking heart. I'm falling from the love that you gave in a world of sin. I make my way. Cleanse me deep inside from my foolish pride, and keep me from the things I shouldn't do. So help me with this aching, breaking heart. Lord, help me, I'm falling apart. You know that I can't see, so help me to believe, and help me with this aching, breaking heart. Lord, help me with this aching, breaking heart.
Woo! Excellent.
I thought I stole that line from
I'll say breaking heart.
but George Jones actually had a song with Achy Breaky Heart
So
too.
what about a horse talk show song?
Well,
what would you say about us?
Kind of crazy.
Would it be sad? You want a sad song or a happy song?
Oh, a happy song. We have to be happy. We can only be happy with horses. I'm serious. We have to have, don't we? Right? Yeah.
I do have a couple of happy songs. I guess I can go that direction.
You could go in a happy song direction in the horse talk show. I hope so. I would.
Or
love
humorous.
That. Humorous would be fun. Actually,
Yeah.
we are humorous, aren't we? Come on, you were here before and on the breaks. We're humorous.
Mm-hmm.
We are. Jace, people find the Stomp Barn on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Get their tickets. Make sure they come. First Saturday.
Call ahead. Reserve a table.
Ahead. It's an incredible experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful place. Well done to you. Love it. And then the Friday night Opry that you do at Triple Cross is awesome too. So I love listening to you. I come to listen to you every Sunday.
Well, thank you.
Because you're awesome. You and Brad and the whole team. Everybody that comes up there and sings is amazing. We're blessed to have you. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Stomp Barn. First Saturday of every month. He's awesome. Right?
He's awesome.
He's awesome. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs. EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
DNA D&N Equine Recovery is owned and operated by avid horsemen. With over 75 years of experience in the equine industry, D&N Equine Recovery provides the only whole horse crematorium in the greater Levy-Marion County area, serving all of north central Florida. All staff are dedicated to demonstrating the utmost respect throughout this emotionally delicate process, providing compassionate and timely service when it matters to horse owners the most. For more information, go to dnequinerecoveryllc.com. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios, presented by Piranha Animal Health in the horse capital of the world.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our TV broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
We have a few things to run through with you before we're going to switch it back to Jace. He's got like about 6 minutes or so to decide what he's going to sing to us. But we're going to kick it off with Dancing Pete's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship.
So I'm going to keep it with music, since we have music here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So name the 2 instruments that have no rests when they play them.
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me anything about musical instruments. I just wish I could play one.
Bagpipes.
Oh, I love them.
And the accordion.
Bagpipes are my favorite instrument in the
And
whole
eventually, if you listen to them long enough, you start wanting those rests in between the notes. So, just like in horsemanship, your horse would like for you to rest in between asking them all the time. So, don't play the bagpipes while you ride your horse. Give them a time to rest. Sometimes the silence says more than the notes. That's my tip of the week.
That's a good one, Pete. That fit really well.
I know it did.
It was excellent. We have some other things we would like to mention that you should not miss in the Ocala-Marion County area. One thing you shouldn't miss is getting Becky Jenkins from Grateful Gallops, a wonderful veteran who is so passionate about everything that she does. Come see your horse and you get 50% off the first service, and she does everything from cryotherapy to cold laser to massage, to red light, to MEMA. She is mobile. She will come to you. And not just that, but she can cryotherapy your face as well if you'd like.
Oh, no. But mention the Horse Talk Show and you'll get 50% off your first visit.
Grateful Gallops. Check her out. Hey, Donkey Days is coming up. They are going to have Donkey Days. They're going to have it at Treeline Farm in Williston. And it is a donkey celebration, a gathering of donkeys and the people who love them. There's going to be a trail class, obstacles, a costume party, education.
Saturday the 30th of May.
May 30th, Donkey Days. You have got to check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the first ever. And it is actually to bless Brook USA, that does so much to help working equids across the world. So it's a great cause. What else do we have? I know we have some more events. Oh, this is a big one.
Gentle Carousel.
Gentle carousels, miniature horses. Do the reading with horses all summer long. They're going to do this at the Midtown Station. Starts on June 4th. The first one is actually sponsored by Pat Myers Electric, one of our partners, and the entire series is actually sponsored by Horse Farms Forever, who were here this evening. So wonderful things. June 4th, June 11th, June 18th, June 25th, July 2nd, and July 9th. And that is a book that is read to the children and adults.
The main character comes
from
out
the book. comes out and you get to meet the horse. So that is awesome. And check out Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses. They're a great 501c3. We so appreciate everything they do. June 7th is the last hunter pace of the season at Misty Morning Hounds in Gainesville. That is sponsored by Larson Hay. That is any breed, any discipline. You can come out and ride. You can sign up the day when you arrive there in the morning. Gates open at 8. Last ride goes out at 12. You can go over the jumps or not, either way. And it's a good time. It's about 5 or 6 miles of riding across the beautiful Perry Plantation. Get that on your calendar, June 7th. It's the only time I miss Triple Cross. Yard sale is coming up at Ocala Dog Ranch. We usually do an Ocala Dog Ranch tip of the week, but Neil asked me to mention this. June 13th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Ocala Dog Ranch out off Highway 40. Not far, if those of you that know the Live Oak International event, it's just across the street from that. And that is raising funds for Open Hands Animal Rescue. You can bring your dogs to swim in the pool there.
$10. There'll be hot dogs and drinks for sale.
Yeah.
So come out and have a good time.
And Neil told me not to say boot. They're having a trunk sale. So you can have a trunk sale, but we call it a boot sale in England. And Neil's like, don't say boot.
And if you have stuff to sell, it's $20 for a 10 by 10 space or $10 for the trunk.
For a boot.
For the back of your truck.
Boot sale.
A boot sale. But nobody knows what a boot sale is.
I know. We have them in England. It's great. They open up the boot of the car and all the stuff
trunk.
is for sale in the boot. It's the boot. It's called a boot sale. You can contact Neil if you want more information on that. And on October the 10th, beautiful combination that day because at 9 a.m. in the morning in downtown Ocala, there will be the Horse Capital All Breed Parade. Probably 50 or so different horses will be parading around our streets, which is fantastic.
And then that evening, Black and White Gala, which is for Magic, Gentle Carousel's main horse.
Yep.
His 20th birthday.
That's right. October 10th.
And they will have some amazing
musicians,
singers, and riders will be there.
And on that note, we're not going to come back and say our usual, which is, whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not,
happy horsing around. Till next time.
See ya.
Because we're going to have Jayc Harold from the Stomp Barn and the Honky Tonk
Play us out.
and Triple Cross play us out. So you won't see us until next week. This guy, he's a miracle worker in the music world. He's incredible. The Stomp Barn is off all the charts. Best time you've had. Family friendly. You should be there so you can hear from him. Here he is, Jayc Harold.
Great food.
Wrap us up.
Oh, hey, it took me 6 minutes to come up with a song. But this is the happiest song I can come up with. All the trials in life are over, and my time on earth is done. I got something in mind. All this life of mine, when it's time for me to go to be with the one. A while ago I made my reservation on my room. I'm coming home when my life is over. I'm on the other shore. I'm gonna walk right up and see my Lord. I'm gonna walk and see my Savior, lay my crown right at his feet. When my life is over, I'm on the other shore. Me and Jesus are gonna be walking on the beach. A while ago I made my reservation on my room. I'm coming home when my life is over. I'm on the other shore. I'm gonna walk right up and see my Lord. So please don't cry no tears for me. There's a place beyond the sun if my faith will receive. We only would believe what the Father wants to give to His Son. A while ago I made my reservation on my room. I'm coming home when my life is over. I'm on the other shore. I'm gonna walk right up and see my Lord. I'm gonna walk and see my Savior and lay my crown right at His feet. When my life is over, I'm on the other shore. Me and Jesus are gonna be walking on the beach. A while ago I made my reservation on my room. I'm coming home when my life is over. I'm on the other shore. I'm gonna walk right up, see my Lord.
And that's a wrap.